Jerry and Liz, we just found out about those charges just a few moments ago from the Cambridge police chief, and he tells me that the woman who was supposed to be caring for people in this elderly retired home you see behind me has been charged with 31 counts of endangering the welfare of an incompetent or physically disabled person. We're told there are 31 residents who are living in the home behind me. One of them, particularly in the early morning hours today, was worried that she couldn't find any of the aides. There was one aide who was supposed to be working at the time, so not knowing what to do, she tried for help, and how she tried to do that was by pulling the fire alarm, and that sent a good number of people out onto the street in the middle of the night, 20 residents out in the cold. Emergency responders found one woman working. Her name is Kelly Hirayama Watkins. Instead of working, she was sleeping in a recreation room. They also found sleeping pills in her bag. No one at the home wanted to talk to us when we arrived, but a neighbor told us that she saw lots of flashing lights in the early morning hours when people were wandering, scantily clad, we heard, and that the police chief says Hirayama Watkins will likely face endangerment charges that you're hearing about now.
For the residents that are there, these are people in their late 70s, 80s, in various states of mental states, various states of health. And, you know, it's 12:30 at night. They're outside wandering around. They're used to being supervised by someone, and I guess I can describe it as chaos.
If you're old age like I am and they are, you certainly, the fire department's the next thing you call. I think I would have done the same thing.
And again, I'm told, according to Chief Bell, that Miss Hirayama Watkins pleaded not guilty in village court, so she's headed to the Washington County Jail. He also tells us that this is not her first time in trouble with the law before. They say that Miss Hirayama Watkins was arrested in 2010 for driving under the influence, and in 2007 she ran into some trouble for criminal possession of a controlled substance. We'll have much more on this story coming up on the CBS 6 News at 6. For now, we're live in Washington County. Matt Markham, CBS 6 News.
Matt, this story just begs the question, is there any history? Have we heard anything else about issues at this place?
Not necessarily issues at this place, and actually I was talking to a gentleman who was outside by our live truck before. Evidently not everybody who was in this home had to go out in the middle of the night last night. He told me that he was just standing by a door, but at the same time people at the home heard an alarm going off for quite a while. I also reached out to the people who own the home, haven't heard back from them yet, but again, people here said that they didn't want to talk to us, at least people who seem to be in some kind of authority here, but it seems as if last night, at least not everybody was out in the cold, but again, authorities say a good number of them were.
Sounds like there's a bigger story to be told here, and I know you'll stay on it for us.